Hello, hello. We're back with more Old World Blues as formerly Eagle Rock, now the Colorado State. This will most likely be the finale as we kind of mop things up. We formed our map and now we're just consolidating our power. There's several things on our borders that I really don't like having on our borders that, well, besides the Legion and freaking Montezuma. So we want to mop things up. We've got the resistance pretty much under control as far as the territories we conquered last time from Lanius and Santa Ana. So now we're preparing to push in two directions. We want to take Glow's Cradle, the Last Redoubt, this stuff up here to secure our northern border on a more defensible front. We also want to take out the Live Wires and Newton here, the Nebraska Raiders. I don't like having them on my border. Plus, there's still Super Mutants in Texas. We don't want that. And then maybe we'll mop up Oklahoma. I don't like having a bunch of unstable warlords on my border here. If we're gonna have a civilized eastern wasteland here, we are going to have to earn it. Alright, otherwise we've just been investing our large fortune of caps here. We're building up some of our cities. We're still waiting on plasma weaponry, but we're still, of course, investing heavily in laborers and textbooks for research here. We're still researching pre-war main battle tanks, and otherwise heavily investing into our industry. But we're going to let some of these units train up a little bit. We are recruiting a couple more armor regiments for the push north. Otherwise, we're going to sit back, train up a little bit, and then when we're ready for war, we'll be declaring soon. Alrighty. I think we're going to start in on the Nebraska Reavers here first. We've already got our airships ready to run close air support, so let's go ahead and put 2 wings of jet fighters and 2 wings of our totally not A-10 Warthogs. My favorite plane. Up there. Go ahead and give these guys an offensive line. And let's go ahead and use that submod to get that war goal so we don't have to wait freaking 2 months. Beautiful. It's time to secure our foothold and hegemony over the east. Linnaeus thought he was gonna be the beast of the east. Turns out the US Air Force is the beast of the east. The real beast of the east. Now, we can start researching plasma weapons now, but I think I'm gonna go into stealth boys first. And as expected, we are not seeing a ton of resistance from the effective resistance, at least from the live wires. Pretty much as soon as our infantry catches up to the motorized, they crumble with their counterattacks. It's beautiful. You love to see it. You love to see it. Now they're really piling on to our front line, but that shouldn't be too much of an issue. 20 divisions of ours should be more than enough to handle these goons.
What's up?
Get in there, and then we'll handle Newton next. Excellent. And so they fall. As has everyone else that's opposed us. But think about how far we've come from struggling to win a war against a small tribal group over here to absolutely dominating the wastes. It has been quite the journey, and I'm glad to be able to cap it off with a few stompings. It's beautiful. We'd love to see it. And of course, total air superiority, as it should be. And there we go, main battle tanks researched. We'll start producing them for now, but I want to save up some XP and improve them. That is going to be necessary for them to be as reliable as my previous models were. Good. Their capital, and that should be it. They should cap like clockwork. Good, but you can't rest on your laurels yet, boys. You've still got Newton to take out. And they've got some robots. Not that it'll matter for them. Not that it'll matter for them at all. Let's actually, first thing, go for the Vault Tech infrastructure. Those are some pretty big boons to take for our research and for our industry and population. Let them rest and recover for a little bit. We've got a bunch of states that can be cored now, but we just gotta save up the PP. The PP. Because, well, you look at our occupied territories here. Resistance is down across the board. We're just waiting on compliance. Alright, so let's go ahead and justify on Newton. They're gonna turn me into a newt. And, oh, we got a few more mills. We are not actually in a shortage of any of these things. The game just do that sometimes. Good, more planes. We can always use more planes. Alright, boys, let's go. Complete smashing of them. Yeah, they really don't want that SF guy there to move, because their capital seems to be wide open. Think I'm not gonna take advantage of that to shorten a war? That's less of my men I gotta replace. Wow, we took their capital with nary a fight. Pathetic. But that's good now. This army can be used primarily to garrison all these crossings. Dang it. I love it when it does that. So that they can't push across. At least some of these crossings. Once we take Glow's Cradle, we're going to move these guys to cover the rest of the crossings. And then we'll move, once the muties are taken care of, we will move the big army up here to just make a big push through the last redoubt and take everything from them. So I'm just gonna get things organized and ready for the mutie war, and we will be back as soon as that's ready. Alright, looks like we're about prepared to take on Glow's Cradle here. It's going to be a bit of a pain since they've got a lot of divisions for such a small state, and we've got really one crossing in there, but we're gonna have, as per usual, total air superiority, so it shouldn't be too bad. Yeah, we're breaking them in parts here. They may be able to match one of our armies in numbers, but that is not gonna help them very much. Flank 'em. Flank 'em, boys. Good.
Hello, sir.
Now pin them. Beautiful. Now, this army is going to be split among the remaining unguarded crossings. So, here, here, and here by Camp Baggers. Let's make sure to split them up here. Let's let them kind of get into position so I can see who's where and split that up.
Hello, sir. What's up?
I'll have a few left here to help guard this crossing, and the rest spread out amongst our other two crossings here. Beautiful. I think that'd be at least a decently effective defense. Then let these guys drill and train. These guys don't need it. They're all about as trained as they're gonna get. Now what we're gonna have to start moving. I'm gonna move more planes down for the muties because, well, there is a lot of them. This is, of course, by far our largest army group, but I think with plenty of Kaz, shouldn't be really too bad at all. So we're gonna take these guys all off of what they're doing. Move these 4 fighter wings down here. And these 2 more Kaz wings down here with some of the other Kaz. Actually, go here. Relocate. Gentlemen, relocate. Good. Now, with everybody well drilled here, let's start by putting the fighters up. And if I remember, we'll just have to move the Kaz from Brazos corridor to South Texas as needed, but it really only a little bit of them is in the South Texas zone, I think. Yeah, only a little bit of them. Good. Good. Now, we'll get these guys to stop training. We'll let them recover for a little bit, get all their organization back, and then be time for the Great Mutie War. Alrighty. Things have been prepared as much as they're going to be prepared. The armies are ready. The air is up. Let's go ahead and get this rolling. Ride's over, Mutie. Time to die. Oh, it's beautiful. They shall be defeated indeed. As expected, we have total and complete air superiority. And they are getting pushed back supremely quickly. We can manage to trap a few of them here. Nope. Nope, they managed to get out, but that's only going to delay the inevitable. They should know better. They should know better to exist than to exist as super mutants. Alright. Looks like we got a pretty big encirclement here. Very good. Get that industry pumped up to the maximum. One of our generals got wounded, but it's not a massive setback by any means. Good. The two little rump states of Shale's army, are gone. It's just them now. And we are not going to let them last much longer here. With a motorized division just running wild in their back line, taking a lot of their important VPs. Their capital is now in Kerrville. Well, well, well. Well, well, well.
Hello, sir.
We'll take it soon enough.
What's up?
I gotta keep marching along the supply lines, though. Get these motorized divisions doing what they do best. Exploiting breakthroughs. And snaking.
I had a decent meal in weeks.
And it was that easy. And they all fall down. Beautiful. And our guy that got wounded even got a new trait. How lovely for him. Now, Aurelius seems to be taking care of Montezuma himself. Probably, with a little bit of help from us, indirectly. We did, as soon as they declared war on each other, we sent Aurelius a generous lend-lease of infantry and support equipment and some fire team equipment. I just wanted to ensure that a known factor was going to win this rather than, you know, evil Aztec robot. Yeah, sometimes it's a little nicer to pull strings from behind the scenes than it is to handle such problems yourself. So what I think we'll do here is we'll probably third-party Montezuma real quick and see how much of Tejas we can take for ourselves out of that, and then we will move on our targets in the north as we had planned before. Now, I had previously kind of maxed out our power armor here, but I'd like to get all of these little bits researched, and then we bought the schematics for advanced power armor. Might as well, you know, research it. Might as well research it, eh? So let's let everybody get into position here. Then we'll get ready to move the air, organize things real quick, and then take down the last of the Mexican robots, or at least help Aurelius and his legion to do so. The enemy of my enemy may not necessarily be my friend, but they are still the enemy of my enemy. So, we'll get things organized, then we'll be back. We're ready to join in on the bullying of Montezuma. Alright, the time has come. The air is up, and the army is ready, mostly. It's time for us to finish off Texas. Looks like the army is going to be able to march in mostly unopposed in the beginning. We'll see how long that lasts. I don't know if they're going to be able or willing to move men through this tiny front line between us and Aurelius's legion here. The legion seems to have pretty much cut them off, and we're going to ensure that they're cut off. We're gonna make double dang sure that they're cut off completely.
What's up?
Maybe secure a little bit better supply here. No time for tactical pauses, boys. Screw your org. Get in there. We want to get as much war score as possible before they cap. Still quite a ways off of capping, but won't be that way once we've taken a lot of these VPs here. That's for sure.
Hello?
Good. Why are you doing this?
Sir?
You do not need to be on the border with the Legion.
Hey there.
They are not our problem right now.
Hey there.
The robots are our problem. Didn't tell any of you to stop. In fact, I've said quite the opposite. Keep it pushing, boys.
Hey.
I would like to be able to take all of the Texan land here. Good, even just a handful of our units is able to push them back along this line. I don't really plan on taking any of this stuff. We can let the Legion have it. I'd rather not have to deal with Mexico.
What's up?
You boys like Mexico?
Hello, sir.
Gentlemen, I asked you to please not cease your movements.
Hey.
We're going to Paris, boys.
Hello, sir.
Not Paris, France. Paris, Texas.
Hey there.
There we go. We got the final technology as far as logistics trucks. Very good.
What's up?
Keep it moving, boys. Old Santiani thought he could take us. Montezuma making the same mistake. Now we're actually pushing into Louisiana.
Sir? Haven't had a decent meal in weeks. Hello?
Make sure we're taking all the supply corridors. So we can keep the supply flowing. Let's also reconnect the front line here.
What's up?
Up to Texarkana. The arcane land of Texarkana.
Haven't had a decent meal in weeks. Hello?
Just keep it pushing. Keep it pushing, boys.
Hey there.
Get the puffin', boy.
Hey. Haven't had a decent meal in weeks. What's up?
And now on this front line, we'll just keep pushing them down. How close? Still not even near close to capping. We might have to wait for the Legion to do their thing. Maybe give them another little lend-lease to encourage them to get a move on. Or we could just do it ourselves. Why shouldn't we just do it ourselves, huh? Why shouldn't we?
Sir?
Why shouldn't we just take care of problems ourselves before they become a worse problem? Alright. A lot of mopping up empty territory to be done here, but, you know, it comes with the territory.
Sir?
Literally and figuratively.
Hey. What's up? Hey.
Beautiful. Beautiful. Montezuma never stood a chance. Let's make sure in those places where we've upgraded the cities to upgrade the infrastructure and start just filling out all that infrastructure behind us. Go. Now, where were we? Ah, yes, conquering empty territory. One of my favorite things. Not really at all, but
What's up? What's up?
let's keep these boys pushing down to Alexandria, Louisiana. Been around here, down to Fort Polk, which should send shivers down the spine of anyone that's ever done a JRTC rotation in the Army.
Hello?
Rightfully so.
Hello?
Rightfully so.
Haven't had a decent
Now, we are going to kind of remake the offensive line here to just mop up Louisiana while we manually have our boys finish this off so that the rest of them can go to the front line. Good. Now, it will likely still take them some time to cap, just due to the fact that they've got to fight all the way through Mexico. But that's fine. Our part of the war, it's about to be over with. Yeah, I really do not want to fight through the land of no supply. That sounds painful. Otherwise, I think we can just pretty much sit back and let this war play out. Once we've eliminated a few more clankers here. These dang dirty clankers. Clanking up my dang good old American air here. Beautiful. Alright, well we can straight cancel this part of the line now. And finish off Louisiana. I think that's pretty much our industry tree finished out, other than the vault tech stuff that we just recently got the ability to research. Now let's finish occupying all this Louisiana land, and then we can wait till the war's over and concentrate our forces on other interests of ours, shall we say. Mainly the North. We might just take out the Houston Rockets here just to clean things up a little bit too.
Sir?
They're not in a faction or anything, I don't think. No. If we're gonna take Texas, we gotta have Houston, right? Even if we maybe would rather not. I kid, I kid. Or do I? That's the real question. Alright, come on boys, finish this up so we can get out of the land of zero supply. For the love of Easy Pete. State of Sequoia. Do you realize how bad of an idea this is gonna be for you? Do you realize what you are doing? How long is it gonna take you to justify? 90 days. Oh, that's more than enough time to, excuse me? Huh? What? How? That is, I don't know how that's possible. Oh, well, okay. Whatever the hell that is, we'll fix it real quick, because that is ridiculous that they could just, with no troops or anything, just snipe part of Louisiana from me. Ain't gonna happen. So let me fix some things real quick, and then we'll... I was gonna go after the Houston Rockets first, but I guess we will, while we wait for Aurelius to trudge his way through Mexico, we will start getting ready to beat up the remaining raider and native states in Oklahoma. Alright, once again the air is up, the army is ready. You wanted this, you're gonna get it. As unfortunate as it is for you, you asked for this, quite literally. What, did they think they stood a chance? You think you had, because you had some horses and cars, that you could stand against us? No, 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 no. That is not gonna happen. Not gonna happen, Neshoba Solomon. Not on my watch. You threaten war with me, I'm going to come and ruin your whole existence. It's just how it is. Alright, we ain't playing around. Actually, I'm just going to ride into your capital, probably mostly unopposed. It's kind of pathetic at this point. You'd think y'all would learn after I just went on a rampage across Texas several times. There's your capital gone. There's your capital gone, and we're about to march into your alternate capital here. No. You decided to F around, now you're gonna find out in the most spectacular way. We're putting you to the sword, that's what's gonna happen. And there we go, we manually researched sophisticated exploitation tech so we can improve our farming and resource gathering. More population, more resources. Oh, look at that, there we go. They're not gonna last much longer. Yeah, in fact, they're already 91% towards capitulation. Oh, just destroy this entire encirclement here. And prepare to push across the river. And this is a big encirclement here. Where do you think you're going? There's nowhere to run, so I don't know why y'all are running. You're just gonna die tired. Oh, that's 7 of them stuck in a nice little pocket. Another few there, another few there. Yeah, whatever. Alright. Jetpacks for our power armor? Absolutely. Gotta live out that fantasy of being a assault marine. Oh, is this just messing up my whole front line? It really is. You know, you could speed this up a lot if more of you would just attack. There we go. Let's do it, boys. I just love it when the game just completely screws my front lines up. Because for some reason this game can't handle its own systems sometimes. Good, take Tulsa and maybe this will all be over with. We can all go home happy. After, you know, taking the rest of Oklahoma, of course. Tee-hee, tee-hee. Why does the game... Oh, it keeps canceling my front lines! Will you just cap already? Thank you. Much appreciated. Now, where were we? Ah, yes. Ah, yes. Oh, we'll give these boys some time to get into position before we, go in on the Cypher War band here, but I will go ahead and set up our offensive line where we want our boys to go. We've already got air up in pretty much this whole area, so it's just waiting for our troops to get in, and then we will go ahead and start. Alright, let's get this ball rolling. Oklahoma will be ours. Then we'll finish off the rest of Texas. And hope that we get all of this in the peace deal. So we really didn't get near as much war score as I wanted from that fight. But, you know, worst case, we'll do a little manual editing. Teehee.
Hey there.
Teehee.
Haven't had a decent meal in weeks.
I actually like these guys to just push straight for their capital. End this as quick as possible.
Hey.
Take all them victory points, boys.
Sir.
And we could pocket a bunch of them right here. So I know we've got some resistance, but it goes away pretty quick. Considering we're on wasteland pacification and we've got more than enough manpower and equipment to equip our garrisons, and I even putting operatives on root out resistance in key areas.
What's up?
So I'm not too worried about it, honestly.
Hey.
Oh, there we go.
Hello.
Another pocket down. Let's keep it rolling, boys. They are already almost 60% capped. Let's make sure to deal with any of these pockets as they pop up, and so we can keep our offensive tempo moving.
Haven't had a decent meal in weeks. Hey.
There we go. This is what we like to see, boys. Keep it pushing. Crush them everywhere. And there they go. Alright, well, just a couple little small conflicts and we'll have this whole front completely secured. Very good. Very good. No more raiders, no more of these weird tribals eating each other over here. Alright, we're bringing the light of civilization to the entire East. Whether they want it or not. Give these guys a little bit more time to get into position here. Good. It's a nice power trip to have after how much struggling we had early on here. It really is. That's the best reward of late game HOI 4 when you're doing well, is just absolutely bodying your enemies in the late game. Especially in Old World Blues. Boom, there we go. One more. I'm gonna leave old Bayou Motors there just as a... just for funsies. We're gonna leave that one there. But it's gonna take... I don't know why... it only assigned one division there. Alright, there we go. We'll go handle them, and then it'll be time to secure the north by any means necessary. So first, we wait. Then, more war. Alrighty, we now have secured all of Oklahoma, most of Texas. We finally had our peace deal with the Legion and Montezuma. We ended up being able to take pretty much everything we wanted out of that deal, luckily. I mean, it may have been nice to be able to take the south end of Texas here, but ain't no biggie. We are going to handle the last independent state in Texas here real quick. We'll just let our units get a little bit of org back. Give them a couple days to prepare. And let's do this. Watch them fall. Then, well, we'll have taken pretty much all of the real major settlements in Texas. Other than, you know, Corpus Christi, now called the Corpse, and Laredo, Eagle Pass. A lot of the stuff that was all formerly along the Mexican border, but the major settlements: Lone Star, Dallas, Fort Worth, Fort Hood, now Houston. That's all going to be under our control. Good. Good. Make sure we're, I'm not even sure we're going to get time to use it, but you know what? Just so we can say we were doing it, we're researching, advanced power armor. Alright, boys. Finish them off. Stop lollygagging. Finish them. Finish them. You know, give enough time, I think we would pretty much retake all of the map, but I never really intended this to be like a world conquest or anything like that.
Had a decent meal in Witness.
Oh, I didn't realize there was a crossing there. Oh well. We're just gonna keep pushing you anyways.
What's up?
we're just gonna have to kill you. Yeah. All of you do not need to be guarding frickin' 9 enemy divisions, alright? You gotta see the bigger picture here. Alright, enough of that nonsense. I said enough of that nonsense. Push! Okay, I don't know why it's not letting us cross here. But it's not. Oh, what a pain. I love this mod, I swear I really do, but sometimes the terrain in this mod can be an absolute nightmare to deal with. That is some real truth. A real truke. A real truth nuke.
Sir.
Alright, this should be about it. Take back Lake Charles, and they should all fall down. Beautiful. And like I said, I'm gonna let biomotors there, I'm gonna let them chill. We are going to absolutely demolish the supply up here. Yes. Yes. So we'll wait to for all of our troops to move back up north, and then we'll finish this campaign off with a bang rather than a whimper, eh? Alright, once again, air is up, army's ready. The last redoubt will fall. We gotta secure our northern border against Standing Rock. Ugh. Now, of course, they're gonna attempt to attack across these river crossings, but that's good. It just draws more attention away from the offensive that really matters. So we can just watch the front line move, take a sip of our nice beverage, and enjoy the glory of what we've accomplished here. We can bask in it a bit. Oh, who am I kidding? I can't help but micro. I can't help it, boss. I see the AI doing stupid things and I just want to... Not you. You. I just want to correct them. I just want to make them do the right thing.
Hello, sir.
It's just the AI will always favor like reorging and being really cautious over seizing the initiative. Oh, I accidentally moused off my monitor there and it just blacked out for a second. My bad. There we go. Catch them all in that little pocket and make them vanish before they even realized what was going on there. Jeez. Oh, I did it again. I am an idiot. Sorry. You accidentally click on something outside of your main monitor, and HOI 4 does not like that very much. HOI 4 is one of those games. Does not like me clicking off my main monitor. Oof, beautiful. Watched that one happen out of the corner of my eye there. Oh, a little overrun there. Beautiful, we'd love to see it. Let's cut those supply lines, boys. We could get a nice silly little pocket here if we really push for it. Come on. I don't think we're gonna get it unless I turbo micro here. Come on, come on, come on. Bing bong. Fuck your life. Beautiful. It's art.
Hey there.
There we go, good. Keep pushing for their new capital, I guess.
Had a decent meal and
Now just everybody push for it. And y'all can maybe start pushing across now that it's not very well defended at all.
hello.
Good. This is what we like to see, boys. Initiative. And lots of overrunning. Our power armor guys are pretty dang fast, too. Not as fast as our motorized, but close. There's not too much resistance left in them, it appears. At least not in their army. I think their people will resist me more than their military did. Unfortunately. For them. They'll get a little brutal oppression. Nah, once they realize how nice life is in the Colorado State Empire, they will not resist us at all anymore. It just takes a little time. Takes a little bit of time and only a little bit of, you know, brutal torture, executions, things like that, you know. No, nothing that's just a big deal. Not like they're used to anything different. This is Fallout, after all. This is, you know, they call it the Wasteland for a reason. It's not like anybody else is more civilized than us at this point, except maybe the Californian way under Bill Calhoun, who used to be a compatriot of old Caesar. Keyword used to be, when he was still in the Followers of the Apocalypse. When both of them were still in the Followers of the Apocalypse, I should say. Oh, there we go. The last redoubt now becomes part of the Colorado State. We'll now just finish off Site Y here, and that'll be it for them. You know what? For now, we'll just put all of the armies together. Including our ones that were formerly just guarding the river crossings down here. Pine Ridge, we'll probably let them live. I don't see them as enough of a threat to worry about them, and that gives us a nice, clean northern border. That plane's still up over the plague lands. We'll just let these guys get a little bit of org, and then we'll light this off. Light this proverbial powder keg. Alright. Let's do it, boys. Back once again to war. Instantly pocket a bunch of them. Instantly take their capital, pretty much. It was never going to work out for them. It was never gonna go well for you. I hate to break it to you. Nobody beats Eagle Rock / the I almost said Californian state. Colorado State. Nope. It just ain't gonna happen. What? Wait for that peace deal to pop up there so we can officially take all of it. All official. Boom. Done. Look at that beautiful empire. It's been a long journey, but we've made it. We've conquered pretty much everything I want to conquer. I was thinking about doing a one last hurrah against Standing Rock, but decided against it. It's just gonna be a slog, especially moving through the upper Rockies in Montana. It's just such a slog. I was dreading the idea of it. So we'll leave off here with an uncomfortable peace. A great empire built, but warning that we must defend it, otherwise the Legion, Standing Rock, and even California could pose a threat left to their own devices. But that's a future for us all to speculate on, because I'm done with this playthrough. I think we'll come back to Old World Blues soonish, depending on when the Rust Belt Redux, or Rust Belt Rising mod, rather, is updated to the newest version so that we can play with, like, East Coast Rebirth, Monarchs and Margaritas, the submods that fill out pretty much the rest of America. I've already got a nation in mind of what I want to play for the next playthrough of this, and that's the Iron Alliance. But I want to play it with the rest of this filled out, so we can just conquer, have a great time, and kind of tell more of our own story rather than the story that the focus tree tells. We can tell that, obviously we'll still be covering, the story of what the focus tree tells, but on top of that, more of leaning into telling our own story with it. But for now, thank you all for watching this series and this episode and all that. Couldn't do it without you, alright? But for now, I'll be signing off, so be sure to leave a like, maybe even a comment, and maybe just subscribe. And I'll catch you all in the next one. Have a good one. Bye-bye.